Henshin!
Hi guys, this is D00 here, and today I'll be doing a deck profile on the new Gem Knight deck I made. Well, test in a way. I made a test video basically a video for my testing for the deck. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's very, very simple deck profile. I'll explain what they are included, why I chose them and stuff like that. When I explained for the choices. Anyway, let's begin. Free Gem Knight Sardonyx, free Gem Armadillo, free Amber, free Obsidian, 2 Crystal Rose, free Lazuli, free Gem Knight Fusion, 1 Regeki, 1 Soul Charge, free Absorb Fusion, free MST, 1 Book of Moon, free Brilliant Fusion, 2 Brilliant Spark. It's a Gem Knight card, it's called Brilliant Spark. 1 Bomber's Trap Ball, 3 Mirror Force, 1 Compulse, and 1 Solemn Warning. Extra deck, 2 Gem Knight Lady Brilliant Diamond, 1 Master Diamond, free Zirconia, free Citron, and 1 Seraphinite for the fusions. And for the XEs, Gem Knight Pearl, Castel, Exciton, Lavalval Chain, and Abyss Dweller. Side deck I won't really go on to until I explain the deck in general. But yeah, this is the deck I'm going to explain in general right now with the choices. Now, Sardonyx is like, well, it's a beta and also it's a Gemini type of monster. Not Gemini, but it's a Gem Knight, but also a Gemini. Gemini monsters have a special effect where when they're normal summoned, when they're on the field, you can normal summon again by activating the effect to normal summon. Well, not really activating it, but more like normal summon again, because Geminis have a specific effect with it, I guess you could say, and become effect monster after they activate the effect. So basically, they're like normal monsters in a way, treated on the field and in the graveyard. Now with Sardonyx has a special ability where if it is normal summoned, again, normal summon depends on how you summon first time around. So when it's normal summoned, with the effect of the Gemini effect, when it destroys opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can add 1 Gemini card from your deck to your hand. Now this is very important because Gemini cards, you can search any Gemini card, well, except Gem Armadillo, but it's kind of a key card with your combos in a way, or also it allows you to do stuff for future plays and for consistency issues as well. Free Gem Armadillos is your main search one of your main search monsters of the deck. Pretty much when it's normal summon, you can add 1 Gemini monster from your deck to your hand. I run free Amber because, well, it's a Gemini, and also it gains the effect of you can discard 1 Gemini card from your hand, and add 1 of your banished monsters from your hand. This is really, really good. It has a really, really good effect because it allows you to add 1 of your monsters back, which you can banish using Gemini Fusion's effect to banish and return it back to your hand, and then you can use Amber's effect to discard this and return that banished monster to your hand, and then you can use the effect to banish another one and return this to your hand, and then you pretty much have instant fusion type of summon. Now Obsidian is really, really important in this deck because it allows you to go for OTKs on the first turn. Well, on the turn you're about to go all in, because when this card is sent from your hand to the graveyard, you can target 1 of your level 4 lower normal monsters in your graveyard and special summon it. Since Amber and Sardonyx are Gemini monsters, which are they treated as normal monsters in the graveyard, so that means Obsidian can special summon either this one, Amber, or Sardonyx, which is kind of key important, is a key card to actually make your play. And also, the reason why I'm running 2 rows is it's not really that mandatory to have it in the deck. 2 is fine, 1 is okay, I suppose. You can run 1 to 2. 2 is kind of a bit too much, but 1 to 2 is fine if you want to run it, because you can use its effect to send basically when it's on the field. You can send one Gem Knight card or Gem Melodious monster from your hand to, or deck to the graveyard. So it's like a Lavalval chain or discard factor. For you basically discard or send to the graveyard a Gem Knight monster from your hand or deck, and becomes that name. So it's pretty much like a I don't know. Let's say it's like a Elementary Prisma, for example. It's like a Prisma, but you can discard from your hand and or deck as well. So and also gains the name, which is kind of important because you want to go for fusion plays later on. And it gains that name effect until the end phase. If this card's in your graveyard, you can banish one of your fusion monsters in your graveyard and special summon this card into this position. You only use this effect of once per turn, so you can only use the effect. Let's see, you can only use this effect of Crystal Rose once per turn. Okay, so you can only banish it in the graveyard. So you can only use the banish effect in the graveyard once a turn. But when it's special summoned again, you can use its effect to send to the graveyard another Gem Knight monster. So you pretty much you can do two things at once if you're using Master Diamond, Gem Knight Lady Master Diamond, Gem Knight Lady Brilliant Diamond with combo plays with this, because you tribute Gemini Diamond, Lady Brilliant Diamond to summon Master Diamond. I got confused with both names. And then you can use Brilliant Rose, which is in the graveyard, to banish Lady Brilliant Diamond to special summon Crystal Rose. So yeah, it creates pretty good consistent plays. And also, I've run free Lazuli because it adds back one of your Gem Knight type of Gem Knight monsters. Man, that's a tongue twister. Gem Knights. Also to your hand, and you can do fusion plays. Like you saw in the video, I made like 4 monsters in one turn. Without, well, I normal summoned the last monster, but you can make like 4 monsters in one turn with this card. It's on once per turn as well, and it's really good. Free Gemini fusion's kind of staple in this, since it's a Gem Knight deck. Gem Knight deck. Raigeki is, staple, Soul Charge. Soul Charge is, you can choose to run if you want. It allows you to, Soul Charge allows you to make back plays once your board is being wiped. So if you have no monsters in the field, you can use more Soul Charge to bring it back. Free Absorb Fusion. Kind of mandatory in this deck because 1, it's a searcher for Gem Knight cards, and 2, you can use the optional effect to Miracle Fusion, I guess you could say, to banish Gem Knight Fusion material monsters from your hand and field. You can't banish from the graveyard, which is disappointing, but all banish. So I wouldn't really recommend using its second effect, unless you know what you're doing. Free MST is kind of staple. 1 Book of Moon, free Billion Fusion. It's pretty much the future fusion of Gem Knights, except it summons them straight away. And also, I think you can only special summon. That's the other one, Brilliant Fusion. Sorry, that's Absorb Fusion. Brilliant Fusion allows you to go for plays. Pretty much you can use an instant fusion from the deck, and also future fusion from the deck, and also you usually summon Brilliant Diamond Lady Brilliant Diamond, sending this one Sardonyx, Amber, and Lazuli to the grave to add back. Sardonyx, pretty much it's a free searcher for this guy. It's good. It's a 1-for-1, and actually no, it's more like 2-for-1. So yeah, it's really good. 1 for 2 actually, I should say. Yeah, you pretty much get resources. You get your card back and you get a free monster. So yeah, 2 Gem Sparks, 2 Brilliant Sparks. You don't really need more than 2, but 2 is kind of important in a way because it's a burn card for your opponent. Because if your Gemini monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can burn your opponent by inflicting life points equal to the damage, equal to the monster's attack points that is sent to graveyard. So the Gem Knight monster. So for example, Lagonia, you do 2,900 points of damage. And also once per turn, once per chain actually, if it's cards in your graveyard, you can send 1 Gem Knight card from your hand to the graveyard to add it back to your hand. So you can use it for next turn. Normally I would use this, like you saw in the video, to send Gem Knight Fusion from your hand to the graveyard to add Brilliant Spark back. And also if Gem Knight Fusion in the grave, You banish like Lazuli, for example, and add this backhand, so you have 2 cards back in your hand. So it's really, really good. Bombers is staple, Mirror Force, Compulse. I chose to play it because I can. And Solemn Warning. I only run 2 Lady Brilliant Diamonds because you don't really need 3. 2 is fine. 1 is. Since you're running 3 Brilliant Fusions, you preferably would run 2 actually, because you don't really summon that often. Also, you can make other plays as well with other Gem Knight type of fusions. You only need 1 Master Diamond because when you go for Brilliant Fusion, you summon Lady Brilliant Diamond, then you tribute it off to summon Master Diamond from the extra deck. So yeah. Also, Brilliant Diamond, Master Diamond isn't really that bad of a card. You only need 1 of them anyway, so you don't really summon it that often. And you miss to summon Zirconi or Citron. Citron is like an MVP of this deck because it's an Amatis, and pretty much with attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards' effects during your turn. It's attacks. Zirconi is pretty much like a non-effect monster. Also with Seraph, you can normal summon again. So basically, if you have a normal summon a turn, summon Seraph, summon Saturnix, and then use normal summon again to get its effect. So yeah, it's pretty good. Gemini Peril is in here because if you play Absorb Fusion and you have 2 monsters on the field, you can make Gemini Peril because it says you cannot special summon any monsters during your turn except Gemini monsters. So Peril is pretty much a beat stick. Castell's in there, pretty much those rank 4 staples, and that's it. You can also run Emerald and Cowboy if you want, but it's not really that important. You can choose Run if you want, but you don't really go for Emerald that much, and you don't really want to recycle your cards because you normally want them in the graveyard to do plays for Gem Knight Fusion, and also Obsidian and stuff like that. It's complicated. It's easy yet complicated to understand. It's not that hard to actually play the deck, to be honest. Yeah, it's easy once you get used to it. But yeah, it's really, really consistent, this deck. So yeah, this is DJ, and I hope you enjoyed the deck profile of Gem Knights. So yeah, this is DJ signing out. Bye.
Drive! Type! Speed!